the water barrier. So you are the water barrier. And so what is the water barrier? The water barrier is the individual or the soul that's pouring out the truth. The water barrier, they're pouring out the truth. And this is like the Aquarius is the light bringer. You are the highly intelligent. You represent the higher mind, the higher thoughts, the higher perspectives. And so we speak of Aquarius. We talking about the Aquarius sun, the Aquarius moon, and the Aquarius rising sign. If this is any of these your sign, or if you got a lot of Uranus in your chart, I'm talking to you. This is very powerful because Aquarius, wow. Aquarius is the rebel. They not gonna just listen to your thoughts or his thoughts because they have their own thoughts, and their downloads come from the universe. That's why they're good at this coming up with an idea out of nowhere. They are the creative genius, intellectual genius. So it's a blessing. I don't like to use the word blessing. It's fortune to have Aquarius or Uranus in your chart, because if you got Uranus as your chart ruler, or your ascendant, or your moon, or your sun, wow, you definitely popping on the knowledge, intellectual tilt, and you're very assertive, confidence, and you're very like sure of yourself. And Aquarius deal with the fixed mind, and so Aquarius could be very fixed and all of this here. And so Aquarius is naturally the humanitarian, because they're always thinking like on a wide level, on the universal level, and the humanitarian level. So I definitely love Aquarius spirit. And they're definitely independence. Aquarius is independence. Very independent. And so they're naturally intelligent, and they got a fair mind. And and they always like to fight for freedom. Freedom is the biggest key. When we're talking about Aquarius, don't try to trap Aquarius because they ain't going for it. If you are in a relationship with an Aquarius, don't try to trap them because they're not going for it at all. Aquarius is a free thinker. You know what I mean? These individuals is some of the most loving individuals, but at the same time they appear to be cold. Their mind go blank. You can talk to Aquarius and you'll be like, oh, they didn't hear nothing I said, because while you talking, their mind look blank, but they're in another world somewhere. You know what I mean? They thinking of something else. They ain't even listen to what you got to say. And you think they're cold, but Aquarius really not cold. You know what I mean? Aquarius is the ones who come up with ideas out of nowhere, and this is what makes them a genius. And so they are the one who see the big picture. I mean, they are the idealistic one, yes. And they can be very challenging when it comes to authority, because they like to rebel. They rebel and buck against authority. And Aquarius got a fixed mind. They always in a fixed state. Like, you can't change their thoughts. Don't try to change their thoughts. They don't like that. They're going to fight for it. They are true fighters now. They're warriors. They're strong too now. So don't even worry about that. They will fight for it. And they're practical at the same time. They're practical at the same time. They're practical, they're honest, and they're hard workers, because they also represents the number 4. So you understand. So they whatever they vision, because the true visionaries, they manifest, because they're highly intuitive. They deal with the higher mind, which is Uranus. See what I'm saying? Hotel to you, Michael Wright. But Aquarius, they got a cool demeanor. They're very cool, calm. You know what I mean? But they appear to be cold to others, but they're really not cold. You know what I mean? And they like things that's advanced, like technology. They always like the advanced stage. They have the advanced equipment, advanced this. And they make great writers, and they live in their head a lot. They live in their mind a lot. This Aquarius spirit. So I'm giving it to you about this Aquarius energy. And so you thought that Aquarius was what? You thought they was what? Weak? No. This is one of the strongest signs, if not the strongest sign. Because you got to understand, these people about the humanitarian and Aquarius I've been around, especially when I was locked up, this individual is such of a genius. This is on high max lockdown. when I was on the downside, which means when I was on the other side, when I wasn't in tune with the spirit. But when I was in prison in high max, this individual, we was on lockdown, and what this individual did, he broke out the cell. He broke out a high max cell. A high max cell. He was Aquarius, rebel, always fighting the cops or the officers in there. See what I'm saying? And he keep breaking out the cell. He keep chipping the bars away or whatever, however he do it. But he always breaking out the cell. He come out the cell. He rig up the cell. This man was such a genius. He rig up the cell. And he was so smart. And he laid the law down on paperwork too. He was a fighter. And he rig up the cell and he laid the law down, and they were scared of him, like they brought him whatever, because he was good with the mind. Because you got to understand, he an air sign. He was good with the mind. And so they bring him anything he want, even illegal stuff. You know what I mean? Everybody used to watch him. Why the officer bring him this, bring him that. So they say Aquarius, oh yes, they can be a warrior. I done experienced them. But at the same time, Aquarius is a fun-loving, good people. They like to experience, they like to explore all of this too. So when you think that a sign is weak, they're not weak now. And you think that every sign is good. The energy is always good. It's the individual that make it bad. But Aquarius, the natural element is the air sign. So, they're always flying in their consciousness, in their thoughts. You know what I mean? And so you gotta understand that the Uranus, think of in the African culture, it's called Uraeus. And Uraeus is the Kundalini, right? Uraeus is the Kundalini. The Kundalini. The Kundalini is the Uranus, which is how the energy flow through your 7 spiral energy centers. And so they would be like the crown chakra, the Aquarius. So the Aquarius, wow, represents all the energy center, and this deal with higher minds or higher thoughts. And so any sign that's in Uranus, I mean, they always deal with change. Like always deal with change, their unique self, because Aquarius is unique. Whatever sign that's in Uranus, it deals with their unique self. So they let you know about Aquarius and the powers of Aquarius. And so if you understand Aquarius, do you understand what I'm talking about? I mean, they're cool, calm, and collected, but they will rebel. They are stubborn, they fix. You can't change them, so don't think about changing them. If you think about changing them, you're in the wrong field. And I don't care if this is Aquarius sun, Aquarius moon, because the moon gonna be rebellious even more. Or I don't care if this is the Aquarius ascendant, because this Uranus ruled their chart. So we talking about Aquarius spirit. Their brain is always ticking. They're always in their thoughts. So if you talk to Aquarius and they appear to be cold, that's mean that they might not be listening to you because they already thinking about 100 million other things. And some of the stuff you talking about, they don't like to talk about anything, especially the smaller stuff. They like to talk about stuff that they're interested in. It's about what they are interested in. So you got to understand Aquarius, beautiful people. And if you are Aquarius, say something now and represent your sign, which is the Aquarius spirit. And I love you because Aquarius definitely on point. You know what I mean? You're very fair. You're very kind. You know what I mean? Oh, you say you're married to your name, Korea. Korea Cheney says, I'm married to one and you're exactly on point. That's right. And he got your back too. Just give him some space. You know you got to give him some space, but he still got your back. You know what I mean? And once they love you, you good. You know what I mean? Because once they find that partner, Aquarius always seeking that partner, you good. So you ain't got nothing to worry about. They're going to be dedicated to you. And Korea know what I'm talking about. She know the Aquarius spirit. You know what I mean? And these are the people who like to search for knowledge. So they got the scientific mind. So they always studying and stuff like that. And like politics, they're going to dissect that. They probably bucking on all that, talking trash about politics and say, oh, this politician is a lie. This person is a lie. You know what I mean? And they got the information and the resource. They study and they can break it down. So Aquarius always dissecting subjects and stuff like that. And they can live up in the dream world too, because they spaced out into the cosmos. Yes, thank you too, Korea Cheney. See, man, correct. Korea Cheney says, I'm saying it correct. Korea Cheney says, man, thank you, my brother. Well, thank you, my sister, too. Much love. You know what I mean? I love the Aquarius spirit. I know you do, too, because you understand what I'm talking about. You live with one. And so they always thinking outside of the box. And they always coming up with schemes. They always got schemes, and they're good at, organizing, structure, plotting, coming up with something. And so this will make Aquarius a powerful force. And so Aquarius is like I say, highly intuitive, and they just know things. They good at figuring out things and putting the puzzle together. So that's good. That's the Aquarius spirit. That I mean, they don't like the petty stuff. They ain't with the petty stuff, so you can forget that. That I mean, and they are the ones who like will lead something like a campaign if they was into that. You know what I mean? Because they most likely would probably buck that. You know what I mean? Or if they into politics, they gonna bring good ideas and they gonna rebel against anything that's against nature or life. Because Aquarius is a fair people, and they always like justice. They like to bring justice, and they will bring justice. See what I'm saying? They don't like injustice. So Aquarius is, they fought the humanity. They always on humanitarian issues, so that's the good thing. Much love to you, Korea Cheney. She said, much love. Korea Cheney said, much love. I had to learn his sign in order to love you correctly. Yeah. She said, I'm a Leo. Oh, you the opposite. Okay. That what's up. Because now you see how y'all blend in, right? Because what he missing, you have, and what you missing, he have. Oh, I get it. That's why they say the opposite attract. That's why a Libra and an Aries would do good. Because what I'm missing, the Aries missing, and with the Aries missing, I'm missing. It's like that, vice versa. But once you know your partner's sign, you can understand your partner and why they do what they do, because you understand the energy and the vibration. And so they're all about freedom, and they're always about doing the right thing, the moral of something. And so if you're talking about the child pedophilia, oh yeah, Aquarius gonna handle that. They're gonna take care of that. They're gonna fight for that. They don't like that. I mean, they don't like stuff that's against nature, against life, especially when dealing with the kids. Oh no, Aquarius are gonna take the lead on that. You know what I mean? What's that lady name? Her name was Harriet Tubman. She was Aquarius. See what I'm saying? For freedom, you see what she do? See what she do for freedom? Harriet Tubman. And so now you understand Aquarius. Aquarius will fight for freedom. For your freedom, his freedom, her freedom, everybody's freedom. But give them some space at the end of the day after they finish fighting. You know what I mean? But Aquarius will fight for you. You know what I mean? You got your best interests at heart, and they want to. They love to live life. They understand life. They just like a Librans in a sense, but they just more. They got their way, and the Libra got their way, but it's still air sign. See, like Nat Turner, he was a Libra. See what I'm saying? Now you see what I'm saying? Now you see all the freedom fighters, they air signs, they like the air signs or something. See what I'm saying? Because they like thinkers and all that other stuff, higher minds, higher thoughts, and all of them intuitive. But they like mental intuitive, so they're good at putting pieces of the puzzle together. So that being said, now you see the big picture. Aquarius brain is always active. You know what I mean? And how they so into astrology, they into aliens, they into strange things that seem strange. They into the like things to some people appear to be strange. They into like science fiction. They into like seeing something that's new. They like to see new things. Like they don't like to see the same old. So some people, they appear to be weird, but Aquarius, you know what I mean, they like watch stuff about space and new worlds, and even like mysteries, unsolved mysteries. They like stuff like that. They ain't watch the average stuff. So to some people, they're weird, but they're not weird. You know what I mean? They just another energy that we need in this life. We need Aquarius, because Aquarius bring new ideas, new thoughts to the world. And also Aquarius fight for humanitarian issues. So the higher mind, they come up with stuff that you never thought of and I never thought of. And they are considered, when you Google, they say they're the most intellect out of all the zodiacs. So that being said, now you understand the Aquarius spirit. the most intelligence out of all the zodiacs. And we have any more Aquarius? Let me know. That I mean, let me know, beautiful people, because you are it. Because the Aquarius spirit, they are clever, opinionated, and they're analytical. They're always observing, and yes, they're observing, and whatever you miss, an Aquarius won't miss. You know what I mean? Just like all the S sign trio, they get along well because they understand each other. Like the Libra, the Gemini, yes. And so, and of course, they do some communicating. And even though they disagree, they still like the intellectual subjects together. When a trio get together, what you talking about, Leo, the Gemini, and Aquarius. And so you now you understand. See what I'm saying? What's your name? A Rose, beautiful. Yes, Faith. I'm gonna just call you Faith. He said, absolutely, thank you. Yes, if you are the Aquarius sun, the Aquarius moon, or the Aquarius ascendant, you understand what I'm talking about. And if you are moon, you're definitely gonna carry out some of them traits more because this your emotion. It's like you got to be this Aquarius. And if you're a sun, if you don't appear to be that now, you're gonna be that later because you're gonna grow into it stronger. And that ascendant, this your whole body, your whole makeup, all throughout your life. So, with it being said, and if you got a lot of this in your chart, you understand Aquarius. And those who married to Aquarius, you might have Uranus in your chart. You know what I mean? Like Aquarius in your chart too. So you got to understand that. And so this might be a reason why you can relate to Aquarius person. See, we're not just one sign. See what I'm saying? One sign that just scratch the surface. See what I'm saying? It's about what you got more in your chart that influence you. And so as Aquarius, that I mean, you definitely got that side where they like to show off a little bit. I mean, because they know they're intelligent. They know who they are. See what I'm saying? They know they sell. As long as they are not a know-it-all, they'll do good. Because they get to that side where they feel they're above you. You know what I mean? You're on a lower frequency. So those they don't be the Mr. Know-it-all. Some people say Aquarius is a know-it-all. And yes, they are organized. They're structured. And yes, they like to live a orderly type of life. And so the Aquarius is definitely it. And they definitely set the rules in the world. So you need Aquarius to be on your team to fight against any any disease. I mean, because Aquarius definitely, as you see, what's her name? Her name was Harriet Tubman. As you see, she didn't play no games. She that Aquarius. So now you know how important this is. She was a freedom fighter. That's what Aquarius is. They fight for their freedom. And so, as long as Aquarius don't be so fixed on something that don't work for them, they good. Because Aquarius can be fixed for something that work for them. That's cool. That's cool. I see your Rose, beautiful. You say yes, I am Aquarius. That's right. You said this is your moon and your sun rising, and your sun and your rising. Wow, your sun and your rising. Wow. Oh, you definitely are it. You popping. Ain't nobody about to challenge your mind because you always thinking you probably don't research so much. You got so much information, so many books. Oh, shoot. You got information all on your phone. You probably got documents. You got everything. So nobody better not play with you. That I mean. And so, but the thing is, you got a beautiful soul. I know that much. You got all this Aquarius. You got to channel that energies down because it could be too much for you. It could be too much. That I mean, channel that energy because when you got too much of the energy, you got to balance it out. That's the key, stability. Because yeah, y'all could be stable, but you got a lot of Aquarius in you. So, wow, Rose, beautiful. You got a lot of Aquarius. Wow, I know. I see that name, beautiful. A Rose, beautiful. Faith, of course, you got faith. That's the Aquarius spirit. You're flying, and Aquarius is so outspoken too. Like, don't try to challenge their thoughts. Let them speak because they're going to get on you. If you don't let them speak, they don't like that. They're just like a Libra. If you challenge their thoughts, you're going to have some problems. Just let them get it off regardless of what they say. Know what I mean? Gussie Young. Oh, yes, you Aquarius. You got Sun, Mars, the way you take action, the way you think, everything. Okay, Gussie. You that Aquarius. Y'all that fire now. Now, one of the best signs, if not the best, far as the intellectual. And so, with this being said, Aquarius, don't challenge their thoughts. Let them speak. They gonna speak. It might sound so blunt and rude, but they gonna give it to you. Even though they honest and straightforward, they gonna give it to you. So if you don't challenge their thoughts, you good because they all about the freedoms, even also freedom of expression. And so a question like Aquarius like to explore, and we all know they are like the inventors, they are the scientists. Like I say, they into astrology, numerology, they into scientific things, inventing and creating their own and being their own person. So if you think that Aquarius is gonna follow your trend, you got the wrong people. You better look somewhere else. You better look somewhere else, because if you trying to be that soulmate, it's not gonna work. If you let Aquarius be them, man, you got the best partner ever, because they gonna give you 100. If they enter you, you gonna get 100. So that being said, and all these Aquarius who in the house right now, they know what I'm talking about, like Gutsy Young and the Rose Beautiful. They know what I'm talking about. That I mean, so you give Aquarius some space and let them do what they do, and don't try to trap them or inbox them. You're going to get to 100. You know what I mean? And don't try to change their thoughts and change who they are. They don't like that. And I know this because I live around Aquarius. I got Aquarius in my family. I know. And so just let Aquarius be free, and you got the world. So don't try to box them. You know what I mean? And they are material manifestors. They go get that money. You gotta understand that Aquarius represents number 4 too. And so these are the material manifestors. They're gonna bring the income to home. They hard workers, and whatever they're trying to get, they go after it. They get that money, and they're gonna set a foundation. So that's basically it. The home life is very important, the family is very important, all of that. So, you know, Aquarius gonna provide. They are good providers for their family. Now somebody tell me I'm lying. A Rose Beautiful say, that's right. I don't do trends. That's right. You do your own thing. You got your own thing. You set your own trend. Yeah, you right. You don't do trends. You set your own trend. I know. Aquarius gonna do their own thing. You can't tell Aquarius what to wear. They gonna wear what they wear. That I mean, and they don't like to wear what others wear. I'm around Aquarius. I know. This ain't just what I read. This is what I know about Aquarius. See what I'm saying? And they like to watch stuff that's different. They like to do things that's different. And they seem weird to people because they're on a different frequency, but we need Aquarius because they come up with different ideas. They bring new light. They bring new ways to the world. And also they are the fighters of the world, and they rebel against authority. They rebel against, politicians, corrupt politicians. They rebel against anything that's wicked. And so we need these people because they're very fair-minded. I mean, just like a Libra, fair-minded. So if they balance, you're going to get a good Aquarius. And this no lie. That I mean, so straight up. And they're going to be beautiful in their own way. They're going to do what they do. That I mean, and these people, they can go to the screen too now. Uranus can go to the screen. So you ain't seen the other side of Aquarius. They can go to the screen. Yes, they can give it to you. You know what I mean? So you gotta understand number 4 represents self-transformation too. You gotta understand that because number 4 represents like death, like which means self-transformation. And some Aquarius, yes, they can bring you that light. And also, because they are the light bringers, when you see the sign when they're pouring out the water, I mean they're pouring out wisdom, they're pouring out truth. And so this is what the light, what they call it, the water barrier means. They're pouring out wisdom, they're pouring out truth, you know what I mean, to the world. Yes, because that's what Aquarius do. They're going to bring you the light. They're going to bring the world the light. They are the light bringers also of the world. So Aquarius, you keep doing your thing. You know what I mean? You definitely popping. You know what I mean? And so, wow. Humanitarian nature you got. You're very fair. And you're very unique. You're going to do your own thing. And we love you for that, Aquarius. We love you for that. You know what I'm saying? We definitely love you because you're different. You know what I mean? You're different, and we love your style because we're tired of the same old stuff. When people bring the same old stuff to the world, you're going to bring something different because you're original. You're original. You're easygoing, too. You're very easygoing. You know what I mean? You love people, and you're fun-loving, so that's a good thing about you. Very fun-loving. You're easygoing, and you like things that's excited. and that's different. And even though you appear to be weird, you're supposed to be, because you're here to bring new things to the world. You're here to spark the nation and bring healing in your way. And so this how you succeed. You're definitely a writer. So this is the good thing about you. You know what I mean? And you're capable of doing many things. And so you best suited to not to live a normal life. You best suited to do your own thing, open up your own business, do your own thing, because if you don't, you can clash with authority. You like to do things your way, and you might have a better way than others, because others might don't understand your way because you're on a high frequency. So you're here to do your own thing. You know what I mean? Open up your own business, because you're the material manifester. You're social conscious, and you're very assertive, and you have critical thinking. Like your thinking is like you always thinking, questioning, and you always like got constructive criticism, because you're trying to aspire people. You like to see people do good, and people think you're criticizing them, but you want to see them do good. But you could be rude, you could be blunt. You know what I mean? You could be a know-it-all. So watch out for them traits. And because we already know you're the sign of the rebel, because you can rebel against anything. And so, with this being said, overall, you're good. You know what I mean? And so, as long as you got a job that give you freedom, where you can work alone or you can work and nobody pressure you, you good. You don't like that pressure. You don't like other people pressure, but you could bring the pressure too to people though. That's the thing. And so you definitely are it, beautiful people. It's nothing like you. You one of the best signs. You know what I mean? So you're very special because you're different. You're extremely intelligent, and if you Google it, they'll say that you're the most intelligent out of all the zodiacs. So you gotta understand that. If you are, wow, they'll let you know your mind is on fire. They'll let you know. That I mean, so it say you can easily channel information that exists in the outer world. I mean, that exists in the unseen world and the outer world all around, and bring it in. And you can channel this energy that's in the unseen world. You can visualize, because you naturally a visionary, and you can manifest it. So that's a good thing about you. You know what I mean? The good thing about you. So you are very passionate and emotional in bed. You know what I mean? So, but for the partner that's yours, you know what I mean, it's gonna be interesting. And so there's no telling what you might do far as sexually. That I mean, because you either gonna be into it or not. So it's the Aquarius spirit. I mean, but overall, what makes you happy is freedom itself. Especially like walks out in nature, get some air, out on the beach, taking vacations, doing stuff that you like to do. You know what I mean? Basically, it's all about what you like to do, but also being with your mate. You know what I mean? So, a Rose Beautiful say, you are so on point. Thank you. Gussie said, yes, manifestation with other dimensions. You're correct. Yes. Y'all one of the most powerful signs, because Uranus is very powerful. It's a higher self, higher mind planet. And so that's why y'all compatible with all the air signs, because y'all on the same frequency of thoughts, but different ways. You know what I mean? Like, which is Libra and Gemini, which also Sagittarius is good too, you know, because they up there. But y'all so good for having fun with your friends and your family. Y'all good for helping others. Y'all good for fighting for a cause. Y'all good for intellectual conversations. But y'all weaknesses that y'all could be temperamental, yes, and y'all could be the one who don't compromise with people or nothing. Y'all could be aloof or isolated and all of that there, and separated from everybody. So, but overall, Aquarius, you definitely popping. You the free spirit. You know what I mean? You have unusual hobbies. You have offbeat fashion. You do your own thing. So what people got to understand, you like a whole different being, but you like an advanced different being. You like To other people, you like from another world, you like an alien. Aquarius is like an alien because y'all different, but y'all magical and y'all just it. You know what I'm saying? Y'all popping. I mean, and so y'all keep doing what you do. You know what I'm saying? That's why I love you for you, because I understand you, Aquarius. I understand you though. I understand you though. So I have you on my team because I know you will come up with something new. I just let you be you, and you will come with something different, and I can learn from you. See what I'm saying? Aquarius is very smart. You know what I'm saying? Very intuitive. So of course, I got Aquarius in my family. I know. I mean, they got that wisdom, and they know how to get that money. They know how to do their business. They know how to do the finances, all of that. So with that being said, Aquarius and y'all serious people too, and sincere. Y'all very earthly and sincere. Y'all just like y'all the air sign. Y'all also earthly because y'all got Saturn in y'all too. That I forgot to tell y'all. Y'all got Saturn too, so y'all the air and the earth sign. So it's like your higher self and the lower self bring together. So, I mean, which is like the 7 chakras. Y'all definitely represent all the chakras, which is like the Uranus. That's why I say uh like Uranus. See what I'm saying? Uranus in African spirituality is like the Kundalini, like the 7 chakras, all the 7 chakras. And so y'all like the crown chakra, but also all the chakras. So that being said, y'all understand y'all can easily reach the cosmos and connect with the universe once y'all in tune and meditate. You know what I mean? Very good. And become your higher self, who y'all supposed to be. You're very serious minded, very serious, and very reflective, always thinking and reflecting your thoughts. You know what I mean? And y'all very sincere. That's a good thing. You know what I mean? And so the truth and honesty is very important to y'all. And so y'all could be the type who give, but gifts really ain't that important to y'all, but y'all like to give gifts and stuff like that. You know what I mean? It's about the thought that count. Y'all almost like people to socialize with y'all so y'all can learn. Y'all like other people ideas and stuff like that because y'all like information. And so somebody who can spark your mind intellectually, which you definitely love. You know what I mean? And fun, yeah, fun loving. Something that's different, you know. And so this the thing about y'all. Y'all definitely magical. So y'all like to be a person. It's best for y'all to be a person friend first, so y'all can observe them. And that's what y'all like, to be a person friend first before they get with y'all. I mean, I'm glad that y'all are real. Y'all are a real person. That I mean, and y'all humanitarian, and y'all always concerned about the welfare of others. You know, y'all appear to be cold and detached. That I mean, because y'all don't open up easily when it comes to strangers. That I mean, and y'all problems. So, you know, it's cool though. So, yeah, that's pretty cool. I mean, but if y'all see somebody homeless, y'all still might walk up and give some money or something, a few dollars or whatever. You know what I mean? Because y'all are really concerned about the human nature. So that being said, y'all definitely are it, and y'all definitely popping. Know what I mean? So, and what I like, y'all fight for the cause. So I have y'all on my team anyway. And the only way a person can win in an argument with y'all, they got to have the facts, evidence, stuff like that. Other than that, they ain't got no facts. That I mean, it ain't no win, because if a person don't have the facts and they're not truthful, they definitely ain't gonna win. If it's not the truth or not facts or evidence, or no way they can't win, because y'all fixing y'all ways. Y'all very fixed. I mean, and so that's the way that's the only way a person can win. They got to bring facts, and y'all might change because y'all fix, but because y'all definitely are the true seekers, and y'all can spot a liar. Y'all are the true seeker, just like a Virgo. You know what I mean? And like a Libra and Sagittarius and stuff. Y'all are the true seekers. True seekers. And so y'all can sense when somebody lying to y'all or not. So that's a good thing. Yeah, y'all can sense, y'all like a lie detector. Y'all can sense liars and deceivers. And so that's a good thing. You know what I mean? So, you know what I'm saying? Y'all got a strong sense of doing what is right. And that's the best thing in the world. And I love that about y'all. Aquarius spirit. You know what I mean? And y'all can be sarcastic though. You know what I mean? So, and y'all got a good sense of humor. So that's a good thing. You know what I mean? So Y'all love company. Y'all love to learn. Y'all love the other people's points of views and expressions. You know what I mean? So now I'm about to go because my doorbell ringing. So King Lit about to go. And I just read the Aquarius spirit that keep it going. I'm talking about the Aquarius sun, the Aquarius moon, and the Aquarius rising. Anybody who got Uranus in your chart. And let's keep the spirit going on. I love y'all. And may peace, love, and light be with y'all, Aquarius, the light bringers, the water bearers. Keep doing your thing. I don't care how different you are. Ashe.